Hi there, welcome back to the History of Fleetwood Mac. I'm Anita. Today I'm going to continue with box sets because that's just the role that I'm on, and I have them and I got to thinking about them. And some of the things, some of the box sets and such I talked about or kind of mentioned in prior videos before the ones I did. But this one I'm about to show you never got any kind of commentary, even in my earlier videos. I might have mentioned it, but it never got shown or taken down, um, which is really a shame because I don't think so anyway. But the way I acquired it was through a very dear friend whom I never met, but I've known online for a while. And when this was coming out, I just didn't know how I was going to do it. I had no idea. It was just right at the beginning of my unemployment ordeal and just some other things going on, which have carried on, and where I'm at today. And this friend says, if anybody's to have this box set, it should be you. Between your love of Stevie and your record collecting and stuff like that, you really ought to have this. And he's like, if I give X amount of, towards the purchase, no questions asked, no, no need to pay me back, no need to anything like that. Do you think you can do it? And it just kind of makes me emotional thinking about it. And when I told my boyfriend, he offered, X amount or something like that, my boyfriend's like, God, yeah, no, I'll totally make that happen for you. And I'll come up with the other part. So just two people who, a friend who just definitely did not have to do anything so generous. And my boyfriend who's just, God bless him, so nice about my collection and how much I wanted this and needed this and was willing to put out the other extra money, even though it wasn't as much, but it's still something we just did not have in order for me to get this. So it's just, it's amazing, but it's also just, very, very personal to me. So yeah. So what I'm talking about, of course, is the Stevie Nicks box set that came out in 2023. This had a limited edition run of 3,000, and I got number 432, which I think I'm pretty grateful for. I don't care what number I'd gotten, but considering I was kind of late in the game of being able to get it, me, I keep the plastic on. I just kind of cut a little square out, but left the plastic on because there's really nothing you can put this in, to protect the cover. So just any kind of, plastic I can keep on it is a good thing. It's a little bit cumbersome because it slides out here like this. Let's see if I can do this without hurting it. It's heavy. It's got several albums in it, but you want to take it out gently, of course. And then, as you can see, the plastic starts coming off, so I got to kind of bring it back up here. Nothing much on the inside. A very nice heavy duty box, though. Nice size. Still kind of confused about the picture chosen, to be honest with you. This was an early picture of Stevie at the very beginning of Fleetwood Mac fame. So, I kind of get it, but being as this is her solo box set, all of her achievements solo, I just thought it was a very peculiar photo. And I think I had made mention when this started ending up on a couple around 2023, when this started showing up on merchandise for Stevie. And, a lot of us are like, that's an odd pick. And just, it just kind of came out of nowhere again because it's such an early photo. Now, of course, Stevie wants to be remembered, and at this time in her life, I think anyway, it's just complete assumption on my part, wants to be kind of remembered as the whimsical kind of gypsy early Stevie that she was. But this doesn't even convey that as much as some of the other photos, like even the Belladonna picture or something. But anyway, I love it, but it's just I always thought kind of an interesting shot. And just the whole packaging on the front part, just her name with this photo, and like I said, it is quite lovely. It's a beautiful picture. But yeah, the side, just really nice. So if you have it in like that, I always have it facing out this way so I can look at the spines, but I should probably put it this way. It looks really nice like that. Then on the back, showing all of the albums. So we have all the releases. So of course, this was very special because we are getting Trouble in Shangri-La, and which is Trouble in Shangri-La and Street Angel, for the first time on vinyl. And In Your Dreams, I think, right? Is that right? I'm pretty sure that's right. Did I pull that too? I'm not sure that I did. I think I didn't. Hold on. Let me see here for a second. If I did pull that. I'm 1000% sure that I have it because I'm pretty sure it says Rocktober on it, but I can't find it anywhere. So we'll just continue without it. Leave it to me to always have something I'm missing. Anyway, so the importance of that was, again, it was In Your Dreams. Street Angel, In Your Dreams, and Trouble in Shangri-La, or anyway, you get the order that it is in. And then the reason I'm bringing that up is because if you didn't get the box set, then they did release them separately. And I know, again, I'm sure that I got the other one because I'm sure, like I said, it said Rocktober. There was a Rhino release of Trouble in Shangri-La and the Rhino release of Street Angel. And both of these are colored, as is the In Your Dreams. I'm pretty sure that's green. This is like translucent blue, sea blue, and this was red. Odd colors. I know it because I'm sure I talked about it in the other videos. I don't know. But this was really something else. Again, beautiful packaging. And then this also came with a special disc. And I guess really nothing to show about the records. All of them, well, starting with Other Side of the Mirror, it was a gatefold. And I thought it was kind of peculiar that they did that with, they didn't do that with Belladonna, Wild Heart, or Rock a Little, but they did that with Street Angel. They did that with Street Angel, Other Side of the Mirror, and we're talking 2 LPs, which is really peculiar. 2 LPs. So Belladonna, Wild Heart, everything like that. So yeah, I know I have this one as well. Single disc. Well, this one also was a 2 disc to begin with. But those, but everything afterwards, it was a strange, I don't know, strange thing. I guess you can only make the box so big, but you know what I mean? It's just kind of a weird thing as far as I was concerned. Great. It was really cool. The discs sound very good. I have listened to this. I listened to this first. I think, it's just me. I think there's a little bit of a difference on this vinyl compared to the red one. Again, it's not because of the color of the vinyl. I just think it was a little bit better recording, maybe because they had a little bit more time after that. What everybody's complaint was, and I think I did bring this up in one of the videos, was that everything is really gritty. It's a really grainy photo. All of them are. Even the quality of Belladonna is not as good as it is on the regular. It's kind of overexposed a little bit, just, this little color on her head here. And then if you see on Wild Heart, it's just kind of, you can kind of see like lines going through it. Yeah, I mean, nitpicking, but again, for the cost of the box set, and I'm not complaining because, 2 people helped me to get it, but what I'm saying, what I mean, is when you're getting stuff like this, you would just, overall, do I think they did an amazing job? I absolutely do. But like I said, it just kind of was, this is weird. Why is this in here? Okay. So this was in with Belladonna. Huh. Huh. Maybe I did that on purpose. You know what I did? I'm a dumbass. Because all the inserts came out, that's what I did. And they were all in the gatefold. And when they have the gatefold and they put the insert in, if you don't have that insert perfectly right and you fold the thing, it tends to fold a corner or a side of, which I'm sure you guys know when I'm talking about it, but and it can crease them. So I took them all out of the ones that were gatefold and I put them in Belladonna. I knew that. I totally forgot. Beautiful for 24 karat gold. That is why. I'm like, why is that in there? But that is why, because I didn't want them happening. And I mean, even when they sit there, but if they get juggled around or anything like that, they can fall into that crease, and I just didn't want that to happen. So anything that had an insert, all the rest of the albums, I took them out and put them in one. Probably what I'll do at some point is put each of these in plastic, which I know is kind of dumb. And then maybe with this one, because I have the record out, which we'll go into in a minute, maybe I'll just put a piece of cardboard in here to keep it straight, and then maybe put all the singles in there, and maybe the record back in there. So, but anyway, so we have all those. So we'll put Belladonna back with all the inserts. But yeah, so like, they're kind of so crooked. So if the insert had been in there and you go to fold it, and if it gets caught too far in there, because it does kind of fall in there. That was even happening with some of the records I was just showing you in a couple of videos ago. So, but Street Angel, I just think it has a little bit of a different sound. I don't know. I'm no complete audiophile, which I've talked about that several times before. I don't think I have a good ear, for things like that. But yeah, and then we have the clear vinyl again on all of this set, I believe. Let's see if I'm right on that. Yeah, so all of them are clear. So I believe for Belladonna, Wild Heart, Rock a Little, Other Side of the Mirror, those are the first time they're in any color. And then because of Street Angel, with the other releases, In Your Dreams and what did I just say? We have the different colors. We have like the green and that, anyway, what I just said. So that's kind of neat. Kind of gives them, kind of like the Fleetwood Mac ones with all the different colors. And I will not be surprised if they continue to send out a whole bunch of these in even more colors as time goes on. I mean, we've done it with Fleetwood Mac, for Record Store Day or something like that. So it's inevitable that we'll do that with Stevie at some point. I just think we'll get some of those, HM, whatever value, HMB, or somebody will just do some more colors with the albums. But I mean, even putting them back in their sleeve, you kind of get a little resistance. So if you had the insert in there, see how it's kind of starting to bubble up, and you have to be really careful, because even the insert, if you put it in wrong and fold it, the insert part can get folded. It's just a thing. But it's a great set. Again, I was super grateful to get it, and yeah, I think everything came out really good. Like I said with the other ones, which I do believe I did show and did I not open them? Shocking. And I'm not gonna. But this one, yeah, you can see pictures of it. It's a translucent sea blue. It's weird. It's a weird color. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a weird color with the scheme. What's funny is that, and I think I talked about this at one point, is that the color goes with the scheme of the lyrics, which is an interesting take for whoever decided to choose the color. I just kind of can't help but wonder if that's what somebody's thinking is, my blue, green, color, not like Silver Springs, but, in the lyrics and stuff like that, when she talks, it really goes with that. But green or an earthy orange or something like that would have been a beautiful choice for this. With Street Angel, which I do believe I opened, because I know I have another copy. No, I didn't. And this one's really hard to get out too. No, this one was really weird because they put red. It's like a cherry red, and it's like, okay, a light pink, a clear. I mean, there's well, they have clear in here, so I guess they wouldn't want to do that. It's just a peculiar color. I mean, pink, a hot pink even, but red just kind of goes against the grain of the pink cover, and the theme of that is just a thing to me. But it's translucent red. Well, let's just open it. Let's just see, since I have you here. I thought I had another copy because I know I played Street Angel, the colored one. I don't know what I'm thinking. Let's do this side here. Ooh, new stuff. It's like several unboxings, and yeah, I pull this stuff out and even I'm surprised. Even I can't remember what I have and haven't opened. Because I often get so many copies of things, I think is why it's easy for me to forget. But I do love opening a new record. Oh, Jesus, really? This one's real tough to get out. So I'm probably not going to put this one back in. I'm just going to leave it. Look at, even, that's not me. That's how it came out of the package. See, it's all bent up. Ridiculous. That was not me just now. I mean, I will pull the other one out just to show you, and I bet you right now it's just as buggered up. Nope. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that makes me so mad. That's okay. I mean, I put it in better sleeves, but it's pretty. But I don't know. Do you think of red when you think of this? That's just not a color I would put with this. I don't know. Whatever. I swore that I listened to this, but I guess now I have something else to listen to this week. So that will be my new agenda. But yeah, that was the Street Angel one, and I just really wanted to show the box set. Now, what there isn't, and they haven't even released this on its own, and I'm really surprised, to be perfectly honest with you, was the side of alternate tracks and outtakes and stuff like that. And again, on vinyl, I have played this to death. We had, well, I'll just show you everything here, but we had Blue Lamp, Sleeping Angel, Garble, Violet and Blue. The list goes on. I mean, it's just an amazing collection of alternate and B-sides and on vinyl. It was so cool. Now, the other box set that I talked about when I said there's kind of technically two is the Stand Back box set. And I do know that I reviewed that on my earlier album videos. But that one was really neat because the Stand Back one has a whole bunch of stuff that Stevie's done with other artists like Lana Del Rey and Dirk Bentley, I want to say. Is that his name? And anyway, a lot of the stuff that she'd done. And honestly, you forget because there was a period of time where it just seemed like she was over here, she's over here, she's over here. And it was really nice because they cultivated that all into one thing. But this one, having the B-sides and such like that on vinyl, that was really a treat. That was really a treat. So this one is pretty special. And this one I had packaged up on its own, protected in this. And I keep it out so that it's kind of in something. I've taped it at the bottom to kind of make it like an album protector, like another sleeve. And it was, let me see, is this right? Yeah, this one was 3 records in this one. It's amazing. It just makes me want to listen to it all over again. This first side of everything with side 1 with Blue Lamp, Sleeping Angel, Garbo, and Violet and Blue, done. You would have had me. Now, are those all on B-side of albums? Or, well, Blue Lamp is on the heavy metal soundtrack, so that's on vinyl. Sleeping Angel is on the Pastimes at Ridgemont High, so that's on vinyl. Garbo is the B-side to Stand Back, and Violet and Blue, well, that's on the Against All Odds soundtrack, so that's on vinyl. But still, I don't know, but having them all together like this was fabulous. One More Big Time Rock and Roll Star was the B-side of Talk to Me, I think. Battle of the Dragon, I do have that on vinyl, but that's kind of hard to find. Real Tears didn't even make it onto the Enchanted box set, so having it on vinyl, because it had been on cassette single, I think, and I think CD single, right? Sometimes It's a Bitch, because it was an different song, the one-off songs from the Time Space thing. Touched by an Angel, of course, I'm going way ahead of the order of things, but it's great. If you have an opportunity to get the box set, I would get it just for this. And if not, I think that there's a CD set of it, but they really should put this out on its own. I mean, I feel privileged to have it as it is, but honestly, people who couldn't get it, like if I couldn't have, I would pay money hands down for this 3-disc set. And I'm really surprised that they haven't already, with like a Record Store Day or something, just put out just a single set as a Record Store Day, because this is a record unto itself. I mean, a release. So this should just be released anyway, whether it's Record Store Day or not, with 3 discs. I mean, that's pretty nice. So that is really the bulk of this box set that I want to show you. But I was pretty sure that I had not ever taken this down and really showed it in full. I'm sure a lot of you have it, but for those of you maybe who don't, or I know a lot of you aren't really record collectors too, but I just thought it was kind of worth showing, and I really like taking it down and being able to talk about how I obtained it and such. So again, I'm so sorry for how long this went on. I hope you got something out of it, because I know I tend to ramble and I'll forget stuff all the time, but I still hope you enjoy it. Please continue joining me, and thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.